Welcome back, everybody, to Raw Reviews with your host, LLX. That would be me. And today I've got something a little bit different. As I have mentioned before, let me preface everything like I said before. As I've mentioned before, I am working on a project. Not quite ready to reveal it, but I do need some base figures. And so I picked up a few different types. You've seen one in a previous review. And now for the rest of our show, where I will compare them all on their own merits. And you can get a general idea of these different things. So maybe I can find the frickin' switch for my turntable here. This is why it's a raw review, folks. Because it's raw and unedited. So yes, what we will be reviewing today, well, I'll be analyzing and giving an idea of their merits, pros, cons, and so on, is not just the SH Figurarts line for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I believe it's a 5-inch figurine for the Megaforce line. Basically the standard action figures. And of course I've got good old Kyuger blue vinyl here as a size point, since after all we've already measured him and we know how tall he is. Gives you an idea of just how all these things measure up against each other. So let us start our review by starting with, I don't know. How about our lovely Yellow Ranger? Well, first off, I should probably start off with the packaging. Once you have taken her out of the package, this is what the base packaging looks like. So once you remove the figure from its plastic handle, you get this nice little back plate. It's generally pretty good. It's taped on the back, like all of the Megaforce, like the figures were, so it's just a matter of tearing the tape. It is glued at the top, but it folds out rather nicely. Megaforce Red is identical. This box obviously has a little box art for red, just like yellow has the box art for yellow. Back shows the different toys in the line. All in all, not too big of a story. They each, of course, come with a card. Red comes with his right on the package. Clearly visible which card it's going to be. Which is this card. Yellow, however, as if they're somehow afraid of revealing the Yellow Ranger's car and they're afraid of the girls or whatever, comes packaged in this little container here. You open it up, Megaforce Yellow. The figures themselves, pretty decent. You know, this isn't the SH figure line, so you don't expect massive amounts of articulation or anything. There is a single joint at the knee. A single joint at the shoulder. There is a hand swivel. There's neck rotation, 360 degrees. Now up and down. You can move the legs, though obviously the skirt gets in the way. You have these little things on the side, which you can take out. That is the tin soda, the Ghosty Morph, or whatever you want to call it. And you've got the little chamber here for the gun, which can be slotted in. Or held in the figure's hand, obviously. It also comes with the tiger claw. Yeah, so it's not decent. It's a decent figure. Altogether, it's not that bad. Get some decent posability with it. This is such an awkward shaped weapon, I'm not sure the best way to hold it. I'm glad the actress was able to figure out the best way to hold it. Alrighty. Then let us move on to red. Our amazing acting Troy. Figure is exactly the same. You know, there's pretty good detailing on it. You know, it's got everything molded in the right place, everything's in the right colors. So there's nothing really knock about that. It's got all the same articulation. Figure isn't too exaggerated, which is something that always turned me off about the older lines. It's the over-exaggerated proportions on the male figures. This isn't too bad. Let me see if I can get him into a nice pose. There is no rotation of the shoulders, so obviously I can't put his hand behind his back in his classic pose. Don't fall over, Troy. You're making a fool of yourself. Okay, Troy's finally standing up. Here he comes around. And obviously the next thing on our docket shall be... Oh, Troy. I know I'm in California, I know we have earthquakes, but it's not that bad. Guess that decides for me. We shall be reviewing the Pink Ranger next. The SH Figurarts Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger. I'm kind of afraid of standing up for display purposes, because all of her stuff will fall out. So I'll just leave it there. Do the same with the Red Ranger. Oh, Kimberly. Poor, poor Kimberly. And one of her hands has flown somewhere amongst my stuff. So we'll deal with that later. Maybe not. Maybe I have all of her hands. I'd have to count them up. I'm pretty sure I saw one flying off. Needless to say, I'm not going to do the same thing with Jason, a.k.a. Rocky, a.k.a. the Red Ranger. So I'm just going to lay him down here. He's going to take a nap. Of course, the SH Figurarts always have so much more detailing. Toe joint, swivel at the ankle, rotate, hinge at the ankle, double knee joint. For those of you who know the Go Kaiser line, it doesn't come with a multi-part skirt, just the one skirt. It does split at the sides, so it does give you some movement. Got the holster on the right side. We have got a double jointed elbow, full rotation of the neck and the head. So you could do insane Kimberly. You've got hip and waist articulation. She comes the same number of hands as good old Rocky / Jason. Try and get all of her accessories over here. Comes with the slinger. She comes with the blade blaster in holster mode. Comes with a hand holding an arrow. The actual bow. This version did not come with an alternate version of the bow that could be combined, which is kind of a bummer. But I don't really need them for combination purposes. But just to keep in mind, there are 4 other hands. And grab the casing for good old Kimberly. Make sure I'm not missing a hand. So she comes with 6 hands. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I am missing a hand. It flew off somewhere. Which I'll find at some point in the future. Not too worried about it. The hands are, of course, like any SH Figurarts, an easy enough process to replace. Pull and pop. Get a little ball joint for her to put on a Mega Blaster. Joints are pretty strong and sturdy. So if we wanted to give her a dramatic pose, which I can't really do without a stand of some sort. But we have Kimberly. There is a sleeve up here to cover that joint. Put you here. Figures just don't want to cooperate with me today, do ya? Our Red Ranger comes with 8 hands. He comes with the Blade Blaster in holstered mode, in sword mode. That would be sword mode right there. Holster mode. He's got the sword. He's got the slinger. He's got the Blade Blaster in standard formation and the slinger separately. And he has the exact same articulation as lovely, lovely Kimberly, or Cat. Full head and neck rotation. Double jointed elbow. Rotation at the wrist. Hip and torso articulation. He's got the leg joints. So, yeah, identical. Just a different body mold. Let's see if I can get these guys standing in a good enough position that they won't fall over. Or at the very least, get them in a way so I can get them propped up properly. You two just don't like the Megaforce Rangers at all, do you? They're tiny. Why should we like them? They're a lower quality figure. Yeah, don't be a figurist, Jason. Neither you, Kimberly. Ah, for the love of Peter Jackson. Let's just compare them size-wise laying down. Since clearly they don't want to stand up and be counted. Keep losing figurine parts. Something that should be noted is that the header on these Megaforce figures are exactly the same. Let us raise the camera a bit. No, a bit lowering it. And there goes my camera's winch. Lovely. camera stand is now a complete piece of junk. There you go. There you can see them size-wise. Our Yellow Ranger, who's from the same line as the Red Ranger, is about a head shorter. Our Pink Ranger, who's from the same line as the Red Ranger, is about half a head shorter. Of course, none of them, at best, they come up to the shoulder of the vinyl figure. There you go. The 3 main figure lines that I'm covering for this series. Hope you all enjoyed.